Hi guys, and welcome to another edition of the Next Generation podcast show where we talk about all the latest movie and gaming news out this past week. First of all, I'd like to introduce on today's show, Jeffro.
What's up, guys? I'm Jeffro. I'm from same from that good old everyone else in this podcast is probably from.
Alright, and also on today's show is Nico.
Hello, everybody. My name is Nico, and I'm also from the same thing that everybody else is from.
And also to my left is Antron.
Yes, hello. I guess I'm there. I'm actually all over the place in the forums and everywhere. So.
And just so you guys know, my name is Boss. You can also call me Jay. So first off, we've got a list of topics we want to get into. One big announcement was made in the comic book movies this past week. This was involving X-Men spin-off movie Deadpool. It was announced a couple of months ago. The movie itself was happening, however, it was unsure whether or not Ryan Reynolds, who played the character in X-Men Origins Wolverine, will be reprising his role. According to Deadline, Ryan Reynolds is close to making a deal with Fox. So, Nico, what are your thoughts of Ryan Reynolds coming back to play Deadpool?
Well, he's a decent actor, and Deadpool is a really hard role to play because you need to play a good guy and a bad guy at the same time. And it's just really hard balancing those two things out, and you also have to be at the same time chill. Deadpool is a pretty chill character. He will make jokes on anything he can, especially sexual jokes. So I think he really needs to step up his game because Deadpool is probably one of the hardest act when it comes to superheroes.
Yeah, kind of what Nico was saying. It's a pretty hard role to play because, like he said, you got to have that good and that bad, and you got to be able to pull off Deadpool's kind of comedy really well. See how Ryan Reynolds is gonna go about this.
I don't know if you guys saw the test footage a couple of months ago where they actually showed the voice of Ryan Reynolds in like a CGI 30-second clip that they showed. I don't know if you guys saw that.
I did see that. I liked it.
I loved it. I thought it was
pretty cool.
It was.
I mean, I'm technically on the boat as well. I mean, I don't even know what it was. I kind of want to see what would happen in a sense, but I guess I have to wait and see because I think he might fit the character. He might. I'm not sure for anything yet.
For me personally, I think Ryan Reynolds is the perfect choice to play Deadpool. I know he was in the X-Men Origins Wolverine, which I know was a hot mess. He's played Green Lantern, which was a major flop for the DC universe. That test footage they showed, I thought it was amazing. The comedy and the language that they used, I thought was really good. So we're probably looking for 2016, maybe 2017 for an actual Deadpool movie to be released.
Have you seen like those trailers or whatever that they put out, like of Deadpool just jumping into a car and like
the test footage.
That's what we're talking about. The test footage.
Oh,
yeah, I love that.
Oh, I thought it was
okay.
funny.
I wasn't sure.
But
on the test footage, he was really, really good.
Yeah.
I think he fit his role really perfectly.
Yeah, he's got the right voice, I think, for it, and he knows. I think now he knows how to play that character. If the only one thing is, I don't know if they actually will go the full film as CGI or if they will do it as a live action.
They'll probably go part and part. Like some scenes will probably be like live action, then some parts will probably CGI it in.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hoping that they'll actually go for the full outfit this time, not what we saw in X-Men Wolverine, had his mouth all covered up, and bad choice on the producers and the directors on that part. But let's just hope that this new one coming out will actually be a big improvement anyway. It's been a long time coming.
Well, based on the trailer, it looks pretty good. Sort of a mix between it will be a real action and CGI mix.
Yeah.
I don't think it will be just one of those. I think it will be a mix.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not fussed either way. I'm excited that they actually announced this and they're actually going in the right direction now. So I'm sure in the coming weeks we'll hear a lot more unfold.
Oh yeah, definitely.
The Hobbit, The Battle of the Five Armies, hits domestic theatres December 17th. Although it has already opened in Germany, France, Sweden and the UK, and opens in most foreign countries this weekend. As the last entry in the cinematic universe for Tolkien, this film is going to at least match the performance of the previous entry in the series, that movie The Hobbit, The Desolation of Smaug, which grossed $950 million around the world. meaning that the money should be on the Battle of the Five Armies to do in the neighborhood of $1 million. Antron, are you excited about this Hobbit movie?
I mean, I'm not really excited because I wouldn't really know. To tell you the truth, I thought The Hobbit was like a Lord of the Rings reboot. And I know I'm probably going to upset a lot of fans, though, but that's what I thought it was. So
Dude, I am so excited for this. I'm just gonna say that. I mean, kind of. You could think of it as a Lord of the Rings reboot, but the fact because The Hobbit is a separate book from Lord of the Rings and stuff. So, I mean, but they are really dragging it out.
Yeah,
But I'm so excited. I love the other Hobbit. It was amazing. I haven't read the books though.
Just to let you know, I've actually went to go and watch this movie today. So I'm not gonna say too much because I don't want to reveal any spoilers. It was a good movie. The only thing is though, I did find some parts a tiny bit boring. If you're gonna pick a movie which is the best one out of the first 3 Hobbit movies, I'm gonna say the second one was the best for me.
Well, for me, I guess I'm not that big movies too much. I pick up and watch a movie from time to time, but I guess in team, I can say You Shall Pass because I really like that trailer. There's a lot of movies that focus on the medieval times, and The Hobbit is one like special movie that really does it very, very well, and like mixes in some creatures within itself as well, and it all together comes in this giant ball of awesomeness.
Yeah, there's not many of these kind of movies around lately. I mean, they've got games like World of Warcraft, which have got trolls and orcs and stuff like that, and also like.
I love World of Warcraft.
Oh yeah, I've not actually played that game. I don't really play PC games. I know this is going a bit off topic here. But I don't really play these kind of games. I know they've got loads of these Lord of the Ring type of medieval games on the PC. Don't know if you guys ever played that.
Actually, they made one game that is called Lord of the Rings Online, which focuses on the Lord of the Rings movie itself.
I tried playing that. I didn't really like it very much.
Yeah, it seems a bit bland and stuff.
They
I haven't played
do a
it,
lot
I've
of
seen
like
some
pay to
stuff.
win stuff.
It's like an MMORPG, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And
But anyways, getting back to The Hobbit.
yeah.
It's got all the previous cast from the second Hobbit movie, Desolation of Smaug, left with kind of a cliffhanger ending. So this one leads on into this final battle where we see all 5 armies come together in a big fight. The movie was really good. That's all I can say without spoiling too much. It did kind of drag in some parts. I felt they didn't really need these kind of scenes in here. The opening was really good. The middle was really good, and the ending was okay-ish. It felt kind of unfinished. Like just kind of there you go. That's
Like they kind of just rushed it.
Yeah, like they normally do, you know. I mean, the second movie just left as a cliffhanger, but this one, they just kind of like, yep, that's it, done.
Yeah.
That's what a lot of movies do. Games as well in general is because the audience really gets hyped for it. And if you make it the development on the movie, on the game, or like the making of the film longer, they get less hyped and less people will watch the film. They sort of do it rushed, but then it just like feels incomplete in that sense.
Yeah, most.
I mean, there's a line between rushing it over and then leaving a good cliffhanger. Because there's been a lot of movies where they've had good cliffhangers that make you want to go watch the next movie, but there's also been some where it's just like that was really shit. I don't care anymore.
That's what tends to happen normally, doesn't it? But those kind of movies, you know, they probably won't do that well because if they rush the ending, you just don't want to see the next one, do you? It's like, what's the point of rushing a perfectly good movie that you've done completely good throughout, and then just leave the ending just unfinished? So that's what I don't get with some of these movies. But yeah,
and you've had us here for 2 hours in the theater, anyways. Why not just give us an extra 10 minutes for the good ending?
Exactly. But if any of you guys are thinking of going to see The Hobbit, I do recommend checking it out.
I thought of watching it, but I'm not sure yet because it's multiple parts, and I usually don't watch movies with multiple parts.
I'm absolutely going to see it.
Oh, you are?
Oh, yeah.
Sounds cool.
Heading into our third topic, the first official trailer for the upcoming Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson movie San Andreas has hit the web. The film also stars Alexandra Daddario and Paul Giamatti, and hits movie theaters on May 29th. I personally loved this trailer.
I liked the trailer. I really liked it. It looked pretty good. I honestly never heard of the movie before you told me about it. So then when I looked at the trailer, it looked really good, and I'm pretty excited for it now.
I've seen this actor before, and he's really, really good when it comes to playing the badass role. But also, like, he knows when to be, like, serious, and he also knows when to be, like, partly comedic, sort of. But most of his movies that he is in, are action movies. And this one looks really cool because it's all themed about, like, I think a flood or something.
It's a disaster movie.
There's not a lot of movies like that. The only disasters that I will think is sort of a zombie apocalypse, but that isn't a real disaster because I doubt that will ever come true.
There was one.
And, like,
well, I mean, there was that one. It was like
2012.
It was like Battle Los Angeles or whatever, right?
There's also 2012. I don't know if you guys saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, there's that one. I saw that one.
Yeah, when I first saw this, I didn't know what to expect. The only thing that came to my mind was the actual Grand Theft Auto game, San Andreas.
First, when you gave me it, it was like San Andreas staring The Rock, and I thought it's some parody movies in GTA, like with a rock. And I was just like, what?
Yeah, I thought exactly the same. I was like, is this actual Grand Theft Auto movie? If it is, how come we didn't hear about it before and it's so close to coming out? When I first saw it, I loved it. Straight away, I thought, whoa. Anything that's got The Rock in it, I'm all for it because I think he's really good. Apart from being a really good wrestler, I think he's a really good actor as well. He can play both the good guy and bad guy with just a little bit what Nico just spoke about as well.
I actually haven't seen the trailers or anything, but if The Rock is in it, then it probably should be a good movie.
Yeah,
I'll be highly disappointed if it isn't.
He's also got the Fast and Furious 7. They are big hits.
I like most of the movies that The Rock is in. He does a good job.
Everybody at my place has watched some Fast and Furious movie. It's like, if you haven't watched that, you haven't watched the movie ever.
You know that The Rock
basically
can always get you motivated and also like captures the electricity, just to electrify you. You know, when you see him, he's got that charisma. He's got the, you know, it's gonna be something big. I didn't even know this movie had Paul Giamatti. He's come in quite a few movies, like The Amazing Spider-Man 2 that came out this past year, where he's playing the Rhino, well-known actor, and I think he's probably one of the big names that are in this movie as well, apart from obviously The Rock. Slightly going off topic here, I just wanted to highlight some of the upcoming projects we have in mind for the channel. As we are heading into this is our 6th show, here's a little rundown of a few projects that we have in mind. We plan on doing a retro only show sometime soon where we will talk about all things Super Nintendo, Sega Mega Drive, GameCube, PC, PlayStation 1 and 2, Xbox, GameCube, Game Boy. It's going to be a show that a lot of old school gamers have been requesting for, and a show dedicated to some really old games. Also, another project that is in the works is to do an end of year 2014 podcast where we talk about all the big hit movies of 2014 and discuss our favorite action, horror, comedy, sci-fi and superhero movies as well. So that's a one to watch for. And finally, heading to the new year, we will be continuing our weekly podcast on forecasting the big movies and games of 2015. Trust me, 2015 is going to be a big year for movies because you've got titles coming out. Some to mention like Star Wars Episode 7, that's going to hit December 2015. And also we got Marvel Avengers Assembled The Age of Ultron, which is going to hit April for UK, and I think May in the USA. Those are the few projects we have. So now moving on to the games portion of the show. Uncharted 4 A Thief's End opened the PlayStation Experience keynote with a bang. The long-anticipated sequel was seen for the first time running live on the PlayStation 4 in front of thousands of attendants at the PlayStation Experience keynote. Bruce Starley, game director of Uncharted 4, was playing the demo live on stage. Jeffro, what are your thoughts on the demo?
I haven't played any of the Uncharted games, but I really want to. Uncharted 4, I've heard a lot of stuff about it. I really want to look into this demo. I haven't seen anything about it yet, but I really want to look into it.
Yeah, I haven't seen anything on this, and the only Uncharted I played was the second one.
Is that which one's that one?
Yeah, I can't remember what the second one was.
Completely skipped my mind, that one.
Yeah, but I haven't actually seen the demo, so
Uncharted 2, that was Among Thieves.
yeah,
Thieves,
there
that's
you
the
go.
one. Yeah, I
Like
think
that silent typing I did.
that was.
A master of stealth.
Yeah, it was. I've only seen images of the Uncharted 4. I've seen the cover image, which looks pretty cool. The graphics look completely amazing compared to the PS3 version. I've only ever played, I think it was the first one on the PS3. That was only like a quick 10-minute gameplay. I know a lot of people love this series. Uncharted is one of the big names right now, isn't it? For the PS3 and also the Xbox. So a lot of the fans are gonna love the fact that they've actually can see the demo for the Uncharted 4.
Well, Uncharted is like a really cool mix-up between what will be a Lara Croft game, if you ever played one of those or seen one of those.
Yeah.
It's basically something like the movies, but games made from the movies. And then that mixed with Assassin's Creed, because then it mixes stealth and just awesome fighting moments, and which I have seen. There's a lot of different options you can do, especially in melee combat, to kill your opponents. You can smash them to the wall, you can stealthily smash into the wall, you can, no I haven't, but I watched like do Uncharted 2 or 3, I forgot.
Oh,
And I know some bits and bobs about it, and the graphics look so good. Like,
it does.
best I could compare this to Far Cry 4, because that also had like this wild in the nature feel, but Uncharted just looked so much better.
It kind of reminds me of, you know, the app Temple Run. Kind of reminds me a bit like that. I don't know if you guys play that.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah,
Yeah,
I played
I have.
Temple Run.
But yeah, this game looks really good. I am excited. I don't know if I will pick it up for the PS4. It's probably one to watch for. Yeah.
It's coming out on
One
the
thing-
Xbox One, isn't it, too?
Is it just for the Xbox?
No, is it coming out for the Xbox One?
I'm guessing it probably will be for the Xbox One as well.
Alright, because I'm getting an Xbox One. I don't have a PS4, so I'll probably be getting it for the Xbox.
Have you got an Xbox One?
Not yet, but I'll be getting it pretty soon.
Yeah, originally I did want to get an Xbox One, but they had them out of stock here near where I live, so I had to go for a PS4, which I prefer the PS4 anyways.
Yeah, I was originally going to go with the PS4, but a couple of friends of mine, they all got Xbox One, so I'm like, well, I mean, I either get to play by myself or play with people, so.
That's another thing as well. You gotta consider how many friends get the Xbox One and how many get the PS4. So it's like, which one do I go with? The one that I like or the one that I can play with? You know what I mean?
I want to mention that I like when game developers put bits and bobs where the character like talks, can be seen in like a bit. I watched a bit of gameplay, and there's like this hanging body, and you have to climb next to it, and I like how he comments on a lot of things. Like, let's say he steals somebody's gun, he just like makes a joke out of it. At that part where he climbed, where the dead body was, he was climbing next to it, and he's like, "Oh, I wouldn't have climbed if I had those shoes."
Is this for
It
the
was
game
really fun.
Uncharted? Is this the game Uncharted?
Yeah.
Done that in the game. I've only played like 10 minutes of it, so.
This is from the new Uncharted game.
Oh, the new one. What's probably one of the new features they've got, isn't it? Where he interacts with the characters and makes a comment or something like that.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah. We'll have to see when it comes out. The Order 1886 is one of the most anticipated PlayStation 4 exclusives of 2015. The game is being developed by Ready at Dawn Studio, who have previously mainly worked on the PlayStation Portable. This is their first step into console market, and they already seem to be on the right track, judging from their first efforts. To mark PlayStation's 20th anniversary, they held a show called the PSX, where they showed some great games and gave gamers a chance to go hands-on with some of next year's biggest titles. Among titles such as Uncharted 4, Bloodborne, and we also got a glimpse of what the Order 1886 has to offer. I'm really excited for this game. I've been reading about it ever since we heard this game was in development. But Antron, what do you make of this game?
It looks cool. Because I'm mostly into it looks actually, yeah. If I had a PS4, I'd probably play it. I mean, just basically looking from the pictures or so, it just looks great.
It's got that.
Yeah, it
really...
looks like it had. Yeah, it has a really good graphics. It looks like, and I saw one video on it, I'm pretty sure, where the transition from the little cinematics or whatever into the actual gameplay is just like seamless. It's amazing.
It looks beautiful. It's like you're actually watching a movie while you're playing the
Yeah,
game.
that's what I wanted to mention. When you get into a game, you know you're getting into a game when you like you're playing. You feel like you're watching a movie. That really tells you how like close you are to the game.
Yeah.
Or when you like know that you're connected with the characters and feel for them. And one thing this game really does great is those transitions. And it has those like timing moments, you know, when you have
Like
to press a
cutscenes.
button.
Like cutscenes and
Yeah,
Yeah, that a lot of people hate that, but actually I really like those moments. Probably because one of my favorite games was Paper Mario, and that game benefited from timing your moves and stuff.
I actually think that.
It's not that I don't like them. It's just that I'm terrible at them.
I actually think it's off-putting when you if it's like that this kind of game, which is like a movie that you watch and you got these pop-ups like press triangle, press X, press circle, press this. It's kind of off-putting, and you actually forget that you're actually watching a movie, and then it kind of, I don't know, for me it kind of like puts me off. I mean, I understand where you're coming from, where it does benefit the actual game and also benefits the person playing it, but also it takes away the.
Yeah, I guess I'm
the
a bit
movie feel.
different.
Yeah.
I guess I'm also a bit different because not only that, but I also used to play a lot of rhythm games, so that really benefit. Even though it sort of feels a bit forced, you're back in the game, you're not watching a movie, it might also be a good thing, because I think, I forgot what it was, but there was this one Metal Gear game.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was called, but like half of it was cutscenes.
Was it the previous
like
one?
half of the game was just
Metal Gear Rising?
I think so.
Metal Gear Rising, I think.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Like half of the game was just like feel like you're watching a really long movie.
Yeah.
It would have been okay if it like has been cut in some parts like of gameplay during those cinematics, but like most of the time you're just watching boring stuff.
If this game's gonna have this like pressing the buttons throughout the whole game, then it'll kind of annoy me. But if it's only at certain parts of the game where you have to do that and interact with it, then it's okay. But if it's throughout the whole movie, then yeah, that'll be a bit annoying. Quickly say that I saw the actual gameplay that they released. It does look really fun. You can tell it's got that really old feel to it, you know, like back in the day when it's like the war and all that, really olden times. It's got the feel to that, and I thought I don't really go for these type of games. Normally I go with like these first-person shooters like Call of Duty. I think I will definitely get this game when it comes out. This is one of the titles I will be getting.
Concerning the gameplay, one thing I forgot to mention is there's like once again I'm mentioning Assassin's Creed, but there's like a choice where you can do missions in your own way. You have like multiple choices on how to do missions, which is like one of the most needed things in games is replayability. Like it's not just you play the game once, you're never going to pick it up again.
Yeah.
You know it's a good game when you can pick it up again and it's still fun. You find out new bits about the game.
It's like when you're watching a movie. When you like a movie and you watch it once and then you watch it again, there's sometimes you might pick up certain things that you didn't watch it from the first time, but you picked it for on the second. So moving on to the final topic, screenshots from Avalanche Studios' explosive open-world actioner Just Cause 3 have emerged. Following initial images from the game last month, this latest set brings more things going boom and an array of stunts like surfing an airborne supercar as it barrels over the edge of a cliff. Rico Rodriguez is showing no signs of slowing down as age wears on them. Rico will have his grappling hook and parachute once again, as well as a brand new wingsuit for gliding gracefully through the skies without looking back as everything explodes in a big fiery ball behind him. What do you guys think of these images?
I only seen like a couple of them, And I've seen one where he surfs a car, and that's like in air. May I add? While the car is like
that one specific image really
yeah.
got me excited.
Just Cause is that game that, well, a lot of people compare it to like GTA, and it is sort of similar in a lot of ways to it. But Just Cause is that game that makes you feel like you're an absolute badass in whatever you do. You can do anything and you will feel like a badass.
I've never actually played any of these Just Cause games, so I don't know what I'm expecting when I look at this game, but judging from the images they've released, it does look really impressive. But I can say that with any new game they release, they do tend to get you hooked on with certain images and certain gameplay videos and trailers and stuff, so it looks really exciting. Jeffro, what do you think?
From the images I've seen, it looks really nice, and I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, I haven't played any of the previous Just Cause games either, but I've heard a lot of good things about them. I've heard that they're really fun, and this one looks like it's going to be pretty good.
It must be really good because they actually keep making these games every so many years, so they must be doing something right. They're continuing the franchise.
Yeah, it does sound fun. I haven't actually played them myself either, which I probably should, but it does sound fun. The screenshots do look awesome, too. I guess that's all I have to say.
I'm not sure if this is going to be available for a specific console, a next-gen console, or for all platforms, but I hope it does be available for the PS4 so I can probably pick it up once it gets cheap. What it is, I tend to buy games. If they're like, for example, I bought Call of Duty. I bought that second hand off eBay, so I got it up for a good deal. Normally, I would probably buy that brand new off the shop, but I tend to only play the brand new games that I buy for like a couple of hours, and then I just leave them there on the shelf gathering dust. So now I tend to like buy them after so many months of release, and then just play them gradually as I go along, so then I'm not wasting a lot of money on them.
Yeah.
Because that tends to happen to me quite a lot. I just buy a new game, play it, play the main missions for a few times, and then just never touch it again.
That's normally what happens to me with first-person shooters. I don't do first-person shooters. I get bored of them really fast.
Yeah, like Call of Duty and Battlefield.
Yeah, I'm more into like RP, third-person type stuff like that.
I have sort of the same thing where I play the game pretty much till the first boss, and then I'm like, yeah, this game is good or not good. I judge it based on how it is till the first boss. If it feels grindy, that's like the most important part of RPG for me, is how grindy it is. Yeah, it depends on the game what you're judging. Like for Just Cause, you will be judging a lot of the awesomeness. Yeah. And you can see a lot of the awesomeness that will quite literally hook you in.
Yeah, like that first image of the main guy airborne off the car. That was pretty good.
Or hooking onto like a bomb or something midair.
Yeah.
I don't know what it was.
And that's it, guys. We have run out of time. We hope you enjoyed our show. Don't forget to click on the thumbs up button and subscribe to our YouTube channel, NextGenEx, and tell everyone that you know to do the same. And I want to thank our guest, Jeffro. How can people find you online?
You can find me on my YouTube channel, my Twitch. They're all just Jeffro the Dude. It's really easy to find. I do a lot of updates on my Twitter and stuff. So you can find me in those places. Anyways, thanks for having me, guys. It was really fun. Hopefully, hope to come back.
I would like to thank Nico. Nico, how can people find you online?
Yeah, you can find me on YouTube and Skype if you want to. I'm gonna add you anytime. Detective Nico, it's not just Nico.
And also, finally, I'd like to thank Antron. How can people find you online?
Yeah, you can just find me anywhere on the forums and stuff. It doesn't really matter. Or on YouTube or so.
You can find me online. I run the Next Generation Pro Boards forum. It's nextgeneration.proboards.com, where we have all the latest gaming news, movie news, and reviews. And also on Facebook, either it's NextGenEx, and Twitter. Make sure you follow us, NextGenEx. Alright guys, that's it. Thanks.